Welcome to my YouTube channel. Subject is Constitution. Today topic is salient features of Constitution. There are various salient features of Constitution are there. In India, Constitution is the most unique and longest written constitution in the world. Basically, there are 395 articles which are divided into 22 parts and 8 other schedules. As the result of various amendments at the time present of our constitution, it contains 448 articles with its 12 schedules. The Constitution of India, it was put together by the Constitutionalism Assembly after a several meeting and discussion. And on date 26 January 1950, our constitution came into the phase and into the effects. Article 368 of Constitution laid down that means the Parliament can keep amending the Constitution according to the need of the time in future. As held by the apex court, every part of the Constitution it can be modified except the basic structure of Constitution. Any old or any new law or rules and regulation which violate the basic structure of the Constitution is declared unconstitutional and invalid by the courts. The salient features are: first one is longest written constitution. In India, constitution is a fully written document which incorporate various law for proper management of the country. Indian constitution contains separate provisions for states and center and their interrelationship. The Constitution Assembly has borrowed various provisions from several other constitutions of the world which made it very detailed in depth. Moreover, there are separate provisions for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes, children's and women's are given in Constitution. Second salient features, that is single citizenship. Presently there are various states and various union territories in India. In all citizens enjoy with a uniform citizenship. All of these citizens are further entitled to equal freedom, equal rights and equal protection in a single citizenship. Third salient features, that is fundamental rights. The fundamental rights of Indian citizen are guaranteed under Article 3C, that is Article 12 to Article 35. It is also known as Indian Bill of Rights. After the Amendment 44, that is Act established in 1979, there are basically 6 fundamental rights in our constitution. It is not noted that these fundamental rights are not absolute and it is not subjected to certain limitations that are the expressly mentioned in constitution by itself. Next salient features, that is fundamental duties. As per Article 51A and Part 5A of Constitution, there is a various fundamental duties of each citizen are, that is to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideas and institution, as well as respect the national flag and national anthem, to cherish the noble ideas of freedom struggle, to uphold and protect the unity and integrity of India, to defend the country and render national services when it is called as a fundamental duties, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our culture, to protect and improve the natural environment include forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and it have compassion for living creatures, to develop the scientific temper, humanis, and the spirit of inquiry and its reform, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that the national constituency rises to higher level of endeavor and its achievement, to provide the opportunity for education by the parent or guardian to his child, or the child age is between 6 to 14 years in case there is a lower age. Next salient features, that is directive principles of state policy. As per part 5 article 51, the Indian Constitution deals with the directive principles of state policy, that is DPSC. This is part of Constitution mentions certain guidelines for the state with objective of socio-economical development. All governments of the country, central, state and local, are expected to frame welfare policies in accordance with the part of the Constitution. However, these policies are not enforceable in court of the law. For example, some of the policy that are the state is directed to make are ensure fairly distribution of wealth, protection of women and children, old age pensions, local government, adequate means livelihood of people, etc. are give the principle and a same state policy. Next salient features, that is rigidity and flexibility mixtures. The Constitution of India is said to be a perfect mixture of rigidity and flexibility. It is neither whole rigid or whole flexible. Because of some provision of the Constitution, it can be amended very easily, while it is amended by its different complex. Next salient features, that is adult suffrage, that means the universal adult franchise. In this part of Constitution, it promotes the policy of one person, one vote. According to the Constitution, every individual of 18 years and above it have a right to vote irrespective of their age, gender, race, color, religion. Next salient features, that is India as democratic, socialist, sovereign, secure and republic state. India is democratic state. It means the citizen of India have power to elect their representative in government, and government is responsible to the people. India is socialist state because of 42 amendments of the Constitution states the achievement of socialist goal through democratic and non-violent different means. In Indian Constitution, the state that India has sovereign state because it is absolutely independent and it is not under the control of any other state. It manages all of its internal and external affairs freely without an external force. In India, it is securely state as the state has no specific religion of its own dependency. Every citizen is free to follow, practice, and profess the religion of other choices. Moreover, the state cannot be discriminate among its citizens on the basis of religion. India is a republic because it is not ruled by heredity. Wherever the head of state, that is the president of state, is elected by the people and in indirectly for fixed for 5 years. Next salient features, that is parliament system of government. In Indian constitution provides for a parliament form of government. The president is the nominal or constitutional head of the state. He is the indirectly elected by the citizen of India for fixed 5 years, while the prime minister is the real or executive head of the state and collect responsibility for management and of the council of ministers. Next salient features, that is independent judiciary. The Indian judiciary is free from interference from the other organs of government. Some fact that mention in the constitution that further prove the independence of judiciary, that are judges are appointed by the president. Judge of Supreme Court cannot be removed from office except through an extremely complex process. The salaries of judge are very high. The Supreme Court has its own staff. Next salient features, that is judicial activism. Through the judicial activism, the public interest, litigious system, and many other way, the judiciary has been keep an eye on the function of the legislative and executive, and if the judiciary feels that there is need to some more effective policies or law on the certain topic of public or national importance, the judicial can suggest or make a temporary law in the favor of those particular topic. Next salient features, that is judicial review. This part of constitution give a judicial a rights to a review each law and further it is declared them unconstitutional constitution or invalid accordance to the decision. Thank you. જો તમને મારો વિડીયો પસંદ આવ્યો હોય તો લાઈક કરો, શેર કરો અને સબસ્ક્રાઈબ કરો મારી યુટ્યુબ ચેનલને મૃગેશ રાઠોડ.